Fighting anti-Semitism is not just a Jewish problem. Experts say it's a problem everyone has to take on. Today, the American Jewish Committee released its landmark State of Anti-Semitism in America 2023 report. It reveals some dramatic insights into how both the Jewish community and the general public view anti-Jewish hatred today. Dov Wilker is the regional director of the AJC. He joins us now live to provide some of the perspective on these new numbers and statistics that have come out. Mr. Wilker, thank you so much for joining us. And I want to run past you a couple of these statistics. 63% of American Jews say they feel less secure living in the U.S. than they did a year ago. It's a big jump from the previous year. It was 41%. The year before that, it was 31%. So almost you look at that root cause of that jump, what do you see behind that?
You know, our survey, which was released earlier today, took place starting October 5th. October 7th was the date that Hamas committed the terrible terrorist attack against the people of Israel, which inflamed anti-Semitism that was already at an unprecedented level. So you take events happening in the Middle East and actions taking place here in the United States, and it sets aflame the rise of anti-Semitism that we've continued to experience.
You talk about here in the U.S., almost half of American Jews have changed their behavior in some way, at least once in the past year, out of fears about anti-Semitism. So what are some of the changes that you're seeing out of folks?
Yeah, so as you can see on my head, you know, I wear this yarmulke on a daily basis, in part as a result of that statistic. You know, people are avoiding Jewish institutions. They are avoiding Jewish community events. They are changing the clothes that they wear. They're not speaking up, asking for time off, perhaps, for their Jewish holidays, all as a result of this issue that we are experiencing. And it's even worse for young people. Those between the ages of 18 and 29, the numbers are higher. And for those on college campuses and even in high schools across the United States, we are seeing young people especially change those behaviors.
Yeah, and that age group plus a total 1/4 of American Jews have been the target of anti-Semitism in the last year. That coming out of your report. Tell me about that trend.
Yeah, it's really astonishing. I mean, people are experiencing anti-Semitism in person as well as online. And it's not just here in the United States. These events are taking place all around the world. And so what we're seeing in the United States, though, is a direct impact on Jewish people, on Jewish students. In Metro Atlanta, where I live, there's not a single school district that hasn't had an issue of anti-Semitism in the past 12 months, and everything has been even worse since October 7th, over the past 129 days.
And you brought that date back, Hamas terrorist attacks on that date. Folks here in America say they felt less safe in the U.S. Since that massacre. That brings it a little closer to home than they've normally seen.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is one of the trends about the rise of anti-Semitism, that when Israel is at war, people target Jews. We led into this story by focusing on the shooter at the church in Houston, where she had anti-Semitic content and perhaps was in an argument with her Jewish family members or former family members. Unfortunately, people take out their aggression on Jews because of what's going on there. And it's not just Jews. There are churches that have been vandalized because of the language of supporting Israel. There are swastikas being spray painted across the United States. You know, sadly, if you can see anti-Semitism, the likelihood is that you have witnessed it in the United States in the past 4 months.
Conversation is key to awareness. Dov Wilker, thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.